Good morning, fellow Malaysians. This is Matthias Chang once again from Future Fast Forward. And I hope you don't mind this new image of Matthias Chang for the rest of 2020. And before I begin, may I say to all of you, this is the most important video address I've ever made, ever. Because what I'm going to share with you will literally transform, in fact, revolutionize the entire economy of Malaysia if, it's a big if, the government, the PN government, given by the new destiny by Allah, does also take into account what I'm going to reveal in a 12th Malaysia plan. Is that significant? That important? Because if what I'm going to say to the government of Malaysia, if they don't change and incorporate what I'm going to say to all of you Malaysians, I can guarantee you, 1 million ringgit to anyone who dare challenge me that what I'm going to say is rubbish, cock and bull. Okay, I'll give 1 million. You have the big bullet and steal and sell my family's house. But if I win, okay, you give me 10,000 ringgit. It's how confident I am that what I'm going to disclose to you is earth-shaking. And Malaysia better wake up and get ready. The first fatality in our economy will be as drastic as Petronas may collapse if change is not being effected in the next 5 years. Proton will also collapse as a national car. Biodiesel will be wiped out. And palm oil industry will suffer a significant setback. And other industries as well. But if we do and take heed what I reveal to you, few 100,000 new jobs will be created. And our economy will be ready, alright, and partake in a global transformation once in a lifetime. And what am I referring to? Now, normally when I give a speech, I give ad hoc. I don't rely on a written speech or notes. But because what I'm going to reveal is so important, I want to make sure that what I'm going to affect correctly. So without indulgence, I will refer to the detailed speech that I make or notes that I make. Okay? What am I telling all of you is a multi-trillion revolution to the global economy and to our economy. And what I'm talking about, I bet all of you, and the key policy makers, Mr. Finance, okay, and whatever advising our Prime Minister is blur clueless. I repeat that. I'm very confident that the Finance Minister who will be presenting our budget 2021, as well as the 12th Malaysia plan, will be entirely clueless, even though he's a banker. But I don't blame him. It's not at fault. I'm just saying that to ensure that all of you wake up to the enormity of what I'm going to say. Alright? But if, having revealed to all of you what I'm going to disclose now, and if the government, right, doesn't take heed of what I'm going to say, I can assure you, the 12th Malaysia plan will collapse. We will be in the dark ages, and we will suffer. The epicenter of this transformation, this revolution in the economy, is what I call blue, B-L-U-E, blue gas, gas, blue gas, okay? It will power, it will be an incredible source of energy that will power everything and anything that comes to your mind, okay? Why we are so taken up by the electric vehicles and the lithium batteries, what have you, okay? Which requires the mining of rare earth, right? Now this energy, which is called blue gas, does not involve solar, wind, water, or biofuel, or any other form of renewable energy that you are familiar with. And of course, it doesn't involve crude oil, coal, or any other fossil fuel. And blue gas is 100% emission-free. Repeat that. 100% emission-free. And we have been talking about, right, climate change, the green economy, what have you. And recently, all right, a couple of months ago, a couple of big wigs of the palm oil industry were boasting and screaming at the top of the voice, biodiesel, biodiesel. The palm oil, B20, B30, will power diesel vehicles. Absolute rubbish. And people who attend a conference in Malaysia and elsewhere, talking about, right, palm oil, B30, what have you, is having their heads buried in the sand. Okay? Why? It's scientifically proven that blue gas is 300% more powerful than oil, and it takes only 1 minute to pump biogas in a fuel tank, as opposed to electric vehicle, few hours, all right, to regenerate the power, and can drive vehicles, right, for weeks without refilling. Tesla and all electric cars, be it hybrid, will be obsolete. Okay? Now, I will show you a photograph, and I want you to pay attention, right? The first one is this. Okay? In warehouses already, all right? Forklifts, trains, and BMW helicopters are using blue gas. You got it? When you watch this video, pause and watch. Okay? Now, it's interesting that Amazon, Walmart, McDonald's, and BMW, in their factories using forklifts, 6 out of 10 are powered by blue gas. The trains in Germany, 27 kind of types of trains transporting people, are using blue gas. And in the Japan Olympics, supposedly by middle of this year, postponed to 2021, 100 buses are using blue gas to transport the athletes. Okay. Now, this is a picture of the Olympic bus in Japan. Okay? Right? Now, and also the Olympic torch. It is still here. The biggest shift very soon, okay, will be heavy duty trucks. Around 14 billion worth of semi-trucks have been ordered in the last year alone. Last year is already happening. For example, the big companies, okay, US Express, and America's largest shipping company, are using blue gas. And Ryder, the US largest rental truck company, is also using blue gas. Alright? Now, you see a picture of DHL. Their vehicles for, right, delivering postal parcels are using blue gas. Alright? Frightening, isn't it? Okay. Now, if I may go further and explain to you what's so frightening. Okay? Budweiser, another huge producer of beers, their trucks are powered by blue gas. And then, instead of buying trucks from Tesla, they are now transforming their vehicles to be blue gas friendly. Therefore, in the very soon, near future, Tesla will collapse as a company. And every truck in the world, repeat, every truck in the world will be powered by blue gas. Not diesel, not electric, by blue gas. Okay? Now, to put things in perspective about motor vehicles as the first part of my presentation, when Model T by Ford company was produced, it revolutionized, okay, vehicle transportation. But it took years and years from the first car it was invented and produced to what it became ultimately. It took years, minimum 20 years. But now, it's estimated by scientists that the potential growth of vehicles, all types of vehicles, not just cars, trains, whatever, even planes, using blue gas will be spiking at a rate unheard of, right, in industry. And this is a graph. Okay? The use of blue gas as compared to Ford Model T, the growth will be 60 times faster or more. Alright? Okay? Right. Now, I will show you, okay, that already, I'm not now talking about sometimes something in 20 years' time. It's already happening because this will be the pumping mechanism in a petrol station. You follow me? A picture already installed in America and other parts of Europe. Already installed. Okay? Now, Toyota, Mercedes-Benz, Volkswagen, General Motors, Hyundai, Audi, and Honda are now competing how to transform their manufacturing plant of the existing vehicles to adapt to blue gas. And they're reorientating the cost of motor vehicles to blue gas. Like Elon Musk, the founder and creator of Tesla, is shivering in his pants. Okay? And he knows the time will come where he can't compete at all. Now, what's happening? It's shocking, if I read to you. Jeff Bezos of Amazon has put down 70 million in blue gas technology, alright? So as to power his forklifts, alright, in all his outlets. Bill Gates partnered with Mercedes-Benz to power billion-dollar data centers with blue gas. Blue gas is also a vehicle, it's also as energy to power. Bill Gates involved with Mercedes-Benz. And the world's biggest oil giants, Exxon, okay, you name it, BP, Shell, Chevron, okay, all of them. they're already seeing that their share price will drop dramatically. So if Exxon and the top 5 are shivering, can you imagine what will happen to Petronas? I don't know whether they know about blue gas or the threat, because no statements has ever come out from Petronas. But Exxon has done it. All these big giants have done it. More importantly, we being a Muslim country, Malaysia, part of OIC, even Saudi Arabia Aramco is shivering. And interestingly, Saudi Arabia is working with Hyundai to build blue gas station in the entire Arabian Peninsula. Pause, huh? Saudi Arabia is one of the biggest oil producers in the world. Yet, Saudi Arabia is shifting its focus and working with Hyundai to establish blue gas station to power the vehicles. Shell and Total join in a mega consortium investing 10 billion in the blue gas revolution. Okay? This is happening already. Not tomorrow. Already happening. Okay? Now these are three critical points you have to take away. So, the technology is already there, it's been used, and fast spread across the world. Now, what will shock you is this. In China, we have the equivalent of Elon Musk. Okay? This gentleman is known as the Elon Musk of China, who was producing electric vehicles and spearheading, one man, this giant entrepreneur for electric vehicles in China. But he realized that it wouldn't work. Just like Jack Ma of Alibaba, when he speaks, the Chinese government listens. So when the Elon Musk of China speaks, he's known as the godfather of electric vehicles. You can be assured the Chinese government will jump on the bandwagon and compete with America. In like manner, Huawei. Okay. He says this, he makes a statement, yet this was not reported in any mass media in Malaysia. Can you imagine that? No one talk about it. Even this man, the giant of electric vehicles in China, make a statement. He called for a complete shift in China to blue gas. The man behind electric vehicles in China said, stop, stop. We must now shift completely to blue gas as a source of energy to power everything that's energy based in China. Okay. And the world's largest blue gas station just opened in Shanghai. Can I repeat, right? It's not happening in the future. It's already happening. Alright? Already happening. And the largest blue gas station is in China. That means already vehicles in China are changing. Right? To the blue gas. Not lithium batteries, electric cars. That's why I say, within 5 years or less, Proton is finished. Okay? Petronas will be shivering if they have not adapted to blue gas. Right? We are producing of crude oil as well as natural oil, natural gas. Blue gas will conquer everything. Palm oil that depends on so-called B30 biodiesel, of which Indonesia is spearheading to overcome the shortfall in demand for palm oil. I'm telling you, that industry will shake. a huge collapse of demand for palm oil. What happens then? And now, what's interesting is this. The scientists, the financiers are saying this. Blue gas will be the powerhouse of a multi-trillion-dollar electric car revolution. Right? It's not electric, no, but it will transform. Even utilities are getting on board. Duke Energy, America's largest electricity provider, just made a $250 million deal on blue gas power. Not nuclear, not gas, not oil, but blue gas. Okay. And Duke Energy is set to power businesses in 4 states without fossil fuels. Cummins, the largest diesel engine maker. Cummins, the largest diesel manufacturer, just made $290 million buyout of a blue gas technology company. Therefore, the scientists conclude blue gas is poised to make fossil fuels obsolete, send lithium batteries to the dustbin of history, and dominate vehicle revolution. Okay? It will create a world of clean, endless energy. It's set to create a 2.5 trillion market next 5 years, 30 million new middle-class jobs, and a whole new class of millionaires investors. So, this summarizes, right, what I'm going to say to all of you. See, recently, we've been so caught up with, right, the digital revolution, right? Even lately, some policymakers talk about the digital transformation will create new jobs as a result of COVID-19. Just because everybody now takes away, right, food and ordered by phone, right? They use the term digital revolution. That's another catchphrase cliche of marketing, lah, boss. You hear me? Hey, take away, ordered by phone, right, has been gone for years. Nothing new. Okay? It's only digital if you use a phone and order food or whatever. If you have watched television series, right, Friends, we have seen many shows whereby they order food, right? Pizza by phone. Okay? Nothing special. But now they try to make it, right, into a gimmick, digital revolution. But I'm telling you, this will transform the entire world's economy faster and create more jobs than anything you think about or thought about digital revolution. Okay? This is energy. You have no energy, you're finished. And the price of crude, even if there's any war, will not go back to the days of $100 per barrel. Why? And what I'm saying is rubbish. Right? Why would Aramco in Saudi Arabia combine with Hyundai to invest and research to bring blue gas into Saudi Arabia? Mind-boggling, isn't it? Mind-boggling. Alright? Okay? I'll give you a clue. Alright? I want to tell you everything. I'm not spoon-feeding you. Blue gas, give you a clue, right? It's based on hydrogen. Based on hydrogen power. Okay? I bet you guys haven't even thought about it. That's why it's so important that we be up to speed in what's going around the world. We don't live in isolation. We're not on an island. We live in an interconnected world. Okay? And I'm starting to be corrected that right now, no one in NAC, no one in Bank Negara, okay, and no one in the inner circle of the Prime Minister has even thought about it. You know why I'm so bloody cocksure? Because all the statements made thus far, by the Minister of Finance or what have you. It's about digital revolution, digital economy, knowledge economy. And I have in my previous video spec it down, okay? About knowledge economy. This is it. Because if it's not so transformative or revolutionary, why would Bill Gates get involved? He's a computer guy, he's a digital guy. Mercedes-Benz. Alright? The big guys, the big money are already involved. The big oil companies are already involved. Can you see now? That's why I keep on saying to the Prime Minister and to PN government and to their partners in UMNO, PAS, and of course to the numbskulls PH, they don't exist. They're irritant. Ignore them for heaven's sake. Tun Mahathir is a has-been. Alright? Get out of his shadow. Anwar Ibrahim is intellectual masturbating on reformasi. Irrelevant, totally. Please. Yeah, God gave you a chance. Allah gave you a chance. Tan Sri Yassin, our Prime Minister. Allah gave Pakatan Harapan one chance. Been out of power for 60 years, one chance to come back and do some good. They screwed up big time. Then Allah gave a second chance to Tun Mahathir to be a Prime Minister again. In 2 years, he screwed up again. Cock and bull, living in the past glory. Then Allah gave Tan Sri Muhyiddin third chance, only 3 years, last chance. Because no one took him into consideration. He was not in the equation to be the Prime Minister. But thank God, he became the Prime Minister. He took COVID-19 by the bulls and solved a lot of problems. But now the major challenge for him as the undisputed leader of this country and for the future of Malaysia, out of the shadows of the old has-beens, is to plot the future of the country. I keep on saying, for the last few videos, and in my messages, right, I want to hold back till after September or November and see whether the government is up to speed. I held back. I gave some hints. Okay. But I realized I can't hold back anymore. I must release this gem of information, right? This strategy to the government in advance, so that they have enough time, excuse me, to prepare the budget 2020 to be presented in November. And I was informed that the 12th Malaysia plan will be presented in next year, okay, 2021, mid first quarter. And God forbid, if the people in the NEAC, which I believe are all blur, talk about, other things, have not even mentioned to the Prime Minister or to the Finance Minister, get cracking, research. And I guarantee you, the scientific advisor to the Prime Minister, wherever he is, or those agencies, right, in charge of research, for example, MIGHT, are clueless because of vested interests, understand? Spreading their fingers and their research elsewhere, alright? Intellectual masturbating. And I stand again to issue a challenge. If blue gas, as I explained just now to you, is rubbish, cock and bull, prove to me, and prove to the whole country, I will take on the challenge. 1 million, it proved me wrong. You have the big ball and steel. But if I'm right, okay, you pay me, all of you who take up my challenge, 10,000. In all the years, I've issued a lot of challenges and none dare take me on. So I'm not arrogant. It's just that I'm so frustrated, so angry, still fighting for power. Huh? To talk about corruption. Najib already in court been tried, and Tony Pua talking about, right? There must be a panel to supervise the settlement with Goldman Sachs. Hey, where you guys, right? Where were you? Do you have a panel to supervise your settlement, Goldman Sachs? And your suit in other places against those scoundrels? Oh, you are so holy, is it? You're so righteous, you don't need a panel to supervise your action? You bunch of dumb skunks are the idiot scumbags. I hope Pakatan Harapan leaders are watching this video, right? Shut up. Stop diverting by racial issues. Your so-called reformist agenda, which was contained in the manifesto, all crap, impossible promises to make. Now we are focusing on reality, understand? You scumbags, PH. All you leaders, right, in parliament, in opposition, Tun Mahathir, Anwar, okay, Teresa Kok, Tony Phua, shut up. We need to come down to brass tacks to do actual work for the country, to prepare for the future. So stop having to be about reformacy, you know. It's old wine, right? Okay? No, really. No matter how you label it, rebottle it, right? It's sour, like vinegar, understand? Useless. So shut up. And I therefore now appeal to our Prime Minister, Tuan Sri Muhyiddin Yassin, and those in UMNO, stop your nonsense, right? About trying to think that you are the pivotal in this election and trying to blackmail the Prime Minister. Time is gone for that, okay? You reform yourself. Reform. Right? The only spectre of some light, you have to say so, is pass. At least pass the leadership. Realize, not economically, but realize the future is at stake. And of course, MCA, I met some of the leaders, right? Former leaders. I told them, I give the hint, they're freaking sleeping. I told them in person. Right? And I stand to be corrected. I was the only one and the first to say PN will win 2/3 by this election and will reclaim back Penang from the scumbags DAP. And recently what happens? Okay. ASMI says Penang will be a frontline state in this election. Good, you're at least listening. See, but arrogance, do you know how to reclaim back DAP from DAP, Penang? Do you know how you could get back 2/3 majority? Too arrogant to exchange views, you know. I have unreservedly, for the sake of the country, gave out information, all right, without any expectation or appreciation. You know? In the true spirit of national service, understand? Free service. Unlike the former speaker who says, I became a speaker of parliament because of national services. Nah. Got all the glamour, the title transfer, all the perks. Is national service? How arrogant is that idiot, you know? A speaker of parliament is an honor. Honor. And a privilege. Not national service. Right? You're not doing any big favor. Arrogant. Conceited. To treat the speaker of parliament as a national service. And yet you say, for the British, we have parliamentary democracy. Your concept, your understanding of parliamentary democracy is like bullshit. Shut up, walk away, and never be seen or heard. You understand? Former Speaker of Parliament, disappear out of view. Do not distract us. Finally, to conclude, my appeal to all of you, right, have surrender to the will of Allah unconditionally. Have absolute faith that He will guide, protect us, and defend us at all times, under all circumstances. Because we are facing a crisis. Things are moving so fast. Let me remind you again. Change, all right? There will always be change. The only constant is change. The only certainty is uncertainty. Peter, the only certainty is uncertainty. The only constant is change. Right? So therefore, we must be prepared for change, transformative change. And because the change is transformative, There are uncertainties. Don't take this for granted, right? Power, race, religion, all crap, understand? Because you cannot do anything if this economy crumbles. NEP is finished. Don't tell me crap about, right, NEP, okay? The way it's been implemented all these years, right? The leaders of the Bumiputera community are liars, traitors to their own race, religion, and culture. Because if they are true champions of the Bumiputeras, they want to be fighting for power, dynasty. Power addiction is worse than opium addiction. Because the true test now, I'm telling all of you, Malaysians, right? I don't care who you are, where you are, Christian, Buddhist, Hindus, or Muslims, Malay, Chinese, Indians, whatever, Kadazans, all right, Ibas, whatever. The true test now, I've given you an unprecedented disclosure for the sake of the country. Let's see. And I dare the government, having given a third chance by Allah, to ignore what I say today, completely ignore it, and do nothing. If that happens, I can assure you, you will get 2/3. You will be able to reclaim back Penang, and our country will be in a bloody shit mess because it will be overtaken by the forces of nature, the force of new energy, okay? And we will end up, right, a third world country, a failed state for sure. But Tan Sri, you have been an incredible leader thus far. You showed your colors by your action, not words, not rhetoric. You saved the country from COVID-19, a health crisis. May I appeal to you, right, and to your humility. Use this to bring a new era of prosperity to our country. But more importantly, right, free yourself beyond your close circles, beyond your NEAC, right, and explore. Get feedback from outsiders, understand, who are no threat to your so-called insiders. They feel insecure. But you want truth, you want the path open for you to go forward, then be open to new ideas. Be open to other people. The rakyat, okay? Don't give invitation to ask the rakyat to submit ideas. But then what happens? Right? They will ignore the views. Premature announcements made, for example, the loan moratorium, before the expiry date. Okay? I'm not criticizing your Minister of Finance, okay? I'm just saying to you, sometimes, because of all this distraction, we get waylaid. Actually by people like Wan Eng, Tun Mahathir, Anwar. Ignore them, they are not relevant anymore. Okay? They can make all the noise they want, ignore them. I can guarantee you, ignore them. If you deliver on the economy, you win by 2/3. The people at the moment of see what you have delivered. The noise of Anwar, the noise of Tun Mahathir, Wan Eng Kisang, right, becomes immaterial, irrelevant. With that, may I therefore appeal to all you Malaysians, right? Watch this video a few times. You have a handphone, you have a computer, Google and fact check. And learn by your own self and convince by your own self, if you don't believe me, the background. What is the technology behind blue gas? Okay? Can you do that for me? For your own sake, because you owe a duty to yourself, to your family, and to future generations, your chuchu, your grandchildren, and your great-grandchildren, if you live that long. With that, I thank you for your time, and I know this is unusual, a new image, all right? But I feel very nice, you know. The load is lighter, all right? I'm in a jovial mood, and I wish you a good day. Thank you very much.